Welcome, podcast listeners. For the third time over the past 2 days, oh my gosh, the internet has been absolutely loving our bottoms. However, it is episode number 429 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined today, as well as yesterday, by your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined by two of the specialist of guests today, some of my favourite people. We've got Mr. Joe Halliday from Hello Sailor Effects.
Hello, people. How's it going?
Joe. Yeah, I mean, you've got your little tags underneath on this one, haven't you?
I love it.
Just in case I forget. And of course, we've got Mr. Simon from JSA, just Simon Audio.
Just Simon Audio, exactly that. Or just Simon Andrews.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever wanted to make a talk show, it could be just Simon Andrews.
Oh, it's weird because the whole point of Just Some Audio was meant to be I was going to do other audio-based things, and so Just Some Audio kind of encompassed like a whole range of better audio things, and instead I just make guitar pedals that kind of break how a guitar's supposed to sound.
Yeah. And we love you for it.
Thanks. Just Simon's Pedals, JSP. I think that sounds right. JSP.
Yeah.
No, that stands for Joint Service Publication. The most boring documents in the world. You don't want that.
I mean, JSA stands for Job Seekers Allowance, so
it does. Yeah. We've all been there. Well,
in Liverpool, it's just called Gyro.
Yeah.
I don't think we moved past that
on the social.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look, we're joined by two very special guests today for good reason, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on. There's some amazing, as local bands would say, big things coming. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Of course, what we're going to do first is mention our sponsor, which is affordable.co.uk, a company dear to my heart, dear to Simon's as well, because your stuff's featured on there. And
yep.
do we mention the
I don't know. I don't know how secret it is.
I don't think we haven't actually discussed it. So there may be something interesting coming, but it's not going to be overtly. Big things coming. Big thing coming. But it's not going to be overtly Hello Sailor, as in like, oh, did he design it or not? It's going to literally be have my name on it too. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, which is the same. Yeah, that's how I've done it as well. Yeah. I would show you, but I put everything in. They're all packed up to go now. So there's two that are secret, and then one which I know you try. One of the drives.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. We are having a fucking nightmare with it, unfortunately. But kind of fingers crossed. Well, yeah, it's SMD, man. Like we built. The through-hole versions sounds amazing. Yeah. The SMD version squeals, and we can't figure it out. So I literally,
not
you guys
in a good way.
So I've had to butcher it. I completely had to replace every single part. Like it's an SMD op amp, quad op amp that I had to replace. It still squeals. It squeals less than it did, but it still squeals. So we redesigned it, and it now squeals less, but still, once you have the gain up. So... And then unfortunately,
I'm hearing through all sounds better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's weird. So I built obviously because all the SMD stuff is those ceramic capacitors.
Yes.
I built a through-hole version with the dirt cheap 600. In fact, I'm looking at it 600 capacitors for £8 off Amazon. The cheapest of the cheap. I built it with that, thinking maybe it's the capacitors. No, through-hole one still works. Sounds fine. So.
Holy shit!
There's something. Yeah.
It's going to be like a root of a line, hasn't it?
That's what we thought. Yeah, that's it. And so the redesign was to, better ground, more ground planing. Yeah, moving stuff apart. But I don't know.
Can you not just short the noise to the ground? Is it out of the range of the guitar?
It's weird. It's oscillating. It's self-oscillating. Once you get the gain up. And the self-oscillation doesn't... So obviously tried all the tricks you would, normally, like smoothing caps and stuff. Has not fixed it. Hasn't changed it at all. The only thing that affected it was there's a coupling capacitor between these two stages. And making that smaller changed it. but obviously at the expense of the tone. So it's, really frustrating because I love it. I think it's a great pedal. Yeah, super versatile drive. And I think if we can crack it, if we can crack it, it will be great. And it's also going to be a part of hopefully another project that's coming up. It'll be like part of like a massive circuit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can't crack it as it is, so that's been my last my last 48 hours really is building pedals for that and trying to crack these things.
Yeah, like a puzzle that may not have a solution.
That's it. That's the frustration. And I guarantee it's my fault. I guarantee I've made a mistake on so obviously I hand draw schematics because I can say I'm lazy. It's the opposite. It's a pain in the arse to hand draw them. My laptop, we have one kind of laptop at home, which isn't that old. We bought it during the pandemic, but because we turn it on so infrequently, when you turn it on, it takes about 5 hours to work because it has to go all through all the updates. And once it works, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I bought the IK Media Tone X1.
Yeah.
And I opened it in the morning and I didn't get to actually use it until the evening because it took so long for my laptop to load up and install the thing and then like unlock it basically. Yeah. It was just,
There's a little hamster in the back running on a wheel to get it started.
Yeah, and you just forget to feed him apparently, and it's nightmare.
Yeah, and you really do need access to the ToadNet to.
Yeah, because it's it's not that it's useless, but it's
very limited.
Not without it. Yeah,
with the stock sound, you've got like some kind of Fender Euclid and like a Marshall-ish drive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Literally, it's like Dumble SSS and then Marshall, JCM 800.
Yeah, I mean they sound fine, but you're not paying 150 quid for like
to those two. Yeah,
2 amps and a tiny pedal.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating because once you get in, even just changing the cab. It was changing the cab and those like moving the virtual microphones. Made like so much difference and made these kind of stock presets suddenly sound like, oh, okay, I get it. It's just frustrating.
I've still got the stock Dumble sound on mine. I think I like that one. I thought it sounded really good.
Yeah, I think I changed the reverb on it and that was it.
Yeah, because there's like 5 reverbs available now, isn't there? Yeah. You came to a good point.
Yeah, I think that's it. I bought it. I think we talked about this last time we did the Fret Talk podcast. I bought it for Leeds pedal show next year.
Yeah,
because I've stolen it wholesale from Mark of Soundlad Liverpool.
Yeah,
because that was his rig, like a little board, those straight into a headphone amp. So I've done the same. So I've got a little Behringer headphone amp. I've got 4 identical sets of these headphones, which was a nightmare. Because I bought myself, my partner bought me these in 2008 as a birthday present. And I tried all these headphones, found these, loved them. She bought them for me. Yeah. And then they stopped making them, obviously. So when
what are they?
Sennheiser HD250s or HD205s HD205s. And I love them, but I love them because I know how they sound.
Yeah.
And they stopped making them. And I tried a few other headphones, including some Joyo 17-pound headphones. And nice. It turns out some headphones are proper dog shit. So
I just got these things. Hi-Fiman, Sundara.
Nice. I thought they were ear defenders. Yeah, I thought they were ear defenders.
They've just got these crap wooden cups on that someone thought they were being arty-farty with. But I asked ChatGPT, so I said, I'm using the Captain X and a valve amp with it, and I want to get a natural sound for guitar, nothing else. What headphones? And it went through all the list. And these were like expensive enough to be, good, but not so expensive.
Yeah.
I think they're about 100 quid. But
that's good for headphones. Yeah,
they're a real step up from. I think I had Beyerdynamic ones before, and they're a massive step up from them.
Yeah, I think you forget. It sounds so silly when I say it out loud. I forget how different headphones sound, and I shouldn't forget that because we all know how different all speakers sound. But yeah, I tried a few, and again, there was like a top suggested on Amazon that I tried. And again, like 40 quid is cheap for headphones. But so many headphones have the Dre Beats, like loads of bass, loads of treble. Yeah, and mid scoop.
Yeah.
Terrible for guitar.
Yeah, so I ended up having to buy. I bought 4 pairs of these off eBay, just in whenever they popped up on eBay, I would buy them. So yeah, and I'm happy, and it will keep me going for the rest of my life, because if this breaks,
you're doing Leeds 2026 then?
Yes.
Oh, cool! I'll see you there, mate.
I saw. Yeah, I think we're doing it. Sound Lad's doing it. I don't know if Funny Little Boxes is again. I think Energy is
London. I think he is. Yeah.
Is he? Well, yeah. They put the poster out, or they sent the poster out. I think. Yeah, it looks like a good lineup. It should be cool.
Yeah.
And and all being well, I will have Aaron Day of These Wicked Rivers with me as my courtesan / pusher / guy that plays guitar.
Very nice.
Yeah, he'll wear a fancy hat.
Good,
yeah, it looks awesome.
He's a bit of a cool guy, isn't he? He's like one of them guys that's just cool as fuck. You can't. Yeah. There's no getting around it.
It's frustrating because he's like genuinely like such a nice guy and super humble and super down to earth. And then it's like that it's like the Joe Bonamassa thing. Like Joe Bonamassa puts the sunglasses on and becomes Joe Bonamassa. Yeah. And Aaron puts on the big hat and the cowboy boots and becomes a dickhead. No, he's not. Even when he's on stage, he proper goes for it. And if you've not seen these Wicked Rivers play live, it's well worth it, because they're a great band. They're really nice guys, great band. It's because the crowd, like we went to see them, and I'm 41, and we were the youngest people there by 20 years. And because of that, it's a really nice atmosphere. Like everyone in the audience is like, we're not here to drink and fight. We're here to listen to some music that we love.
Yeah.
And so,
nice and chill.
I was in a wheelchair, but then next to me, I had like 3 people that bought camp chairs.
Nice.
Which is amazing. So yeah.
That is exactly how I'd want to do it.
Yeah. And it's worth doing. But yeah, if you get to see them, they're great. They're currently recording their 3rd or 4th album as we speak. And Aaron's, I helped him rebuild his board a few times. He's got a little treble maker. He's got a bunch of stuff, actually.
Oh, the little treble maker is
such a good design.
Underrated.
Thank you. It's weird. I know I ran about this. I'm trying not to talk too much, but I'm also full of meds. And this is who I become. This is late night. This is honestly, this is late night Simon at his absolute finest. I won. This is a tangent. It was a friend's 40th birthday. He's Scottish. We did a Scottish themed surprise birthday for him. His whole family came down. He's got like 4 brothers. One of them came down with bagpipes. It was honestly amazing. In like a 17th century pub in Derby, because it's Derby. Wonderful night. But they did a pub quiz about the guy, and it was like questions about his life and stuff. And we won. And his wife came round to us. She did the quiz. She came round to us, and she was like, "Oh shit! I didn't really think about what I was going to do for the prize. Can I just buy you all a drink?" And we were all just like, "No, we're all genuinely okay at the moment." And she's like, "Oh, well, congrats." But she'd given out pens. And I kind of went, I said to her, I was like, "Oh, do you want the pen back?" She went, "No, you can keep it." And I went, "No, it's a really good pen. Do you want it back?" And she went, "No, you can keep it." And I was writing some stuff. I was writing addresses earlier, and I was like, "Fuck, this is a great pen." So I messaged her to say thank you for the best pub quiz prize I've ever had.
Like a really solid pen.
So I cannot explain how good this pen is, man. It's like, like the gel liner ones. It's like that, but not smudgy. It's like the perfect mix between like biro. Yeah, honestly, I sound like a massive wanker, but great pen. I'm going to protect it. I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to look after it, love it, keep it in my pocket and everything, keep it safe.
5 minutes later.
Where's that fucking pen?
As long as I don't lend it to anyone, it can live on a pencil case. That's right. I'm 41 with a pencil case.
Why not?
But I don't know how I got there, but the little treble maker is a pedal that I keep coming back to, and I really struggle with it because I love the pedal. And I never know how to pitch it to people. Like, you can't say, "Well, it's a treble boost," because it is and it isn't. Yeah, and you can't say it's a clon because it's not. But you can't. Yeah, so I don't know. And again, like aesthetically,
it helps your tone cut through the mix.
That's what I keep saying. That's what I say to people. And again, Aaron's got it. So Aaron's got endorsement by Black Star.
Oh, nice.
And his big thing is Like he basically, whenever he does demos for them, it's literally Little Treble Maker into the Black Star amp, and that is his tone.
Yeah.
To the point where he's like, they keep talking about doing a signature amp, and he's like, honestly, I would just have the Little Treble Maker as like a switchable input.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be amazing. But even then, when Aaron's trying to pitch it to people, he's just like, it just makes you sound like better. And it's like, it does, but it's hard to explain. And and I don't know how to make it look. But anyway, yes, thank you. I love the Little Treble Maker. I'm back to a 2-knob version. I went to 3 knobs. It was too many knobs for my hands. I've only got 2 hands. So I've gone back to 2 knobs.
Oh, yeah.
What was the third knob?
Bass.
Oh, bass.
Yeah. The problem was I did it as the Timmy bass. And so it changed the mids. So it kind of flattened out the mids, which defeated the point. I'm tempted to redesign it with an extra. Have you played the Dane, the Thorpe Dane?
I really want one.
I think I probably have.
It's honestly, it's a great pedal. I love Thorpe and I love what he builds, and I always struggle because I feel like they're not for me. I can never put my finger on why. But the Dane is honestly, he's like super versatile. Sounds great. Obviously built like a tank, and the boost side is just bass and volume. But the bass control is really clever. Like it's super simple but really clever. And I nicked that for something recently, and I was like, yeah, maybe I need to add that to the LTM instead of the bass I was using.
Yeah.
Thorpe pedals are a bit special. Like I've got the camo flange, and it's just on another level.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, and he's a lovely guy as well. He's another one of these.
Although if he calls me a fish head again, I'm going to get someone bigger than him to choke him. Obviously, I'm not going to do it again. every time I see him, I'm like, oh no, can you smell that? The Pongos are here. The army. And he's like, fish head.
Bless him.
I wouldn't fight him with a gun. The man's harder than a coffin nail. Have you seen Snatcher? He's like, I don't care if he's Rocky, I'm hard, Bruce Lee. That's it.
Yeah. And over like the past kind of decade of him being in the public eye as well with the 4B pedals, he's just got broader. He's into powerlifting. He's a major in the army, bomb disposal expert who's into powerlifting, and it looks like if he was in a field 100 years ago, we'd be singing songs about him. He's massive.
Yeah. That's when you say broader, but it's not. It's like stacked, isn't it? Like you can see that it's clearly muscle.
Yeah.
I reckon I could outrun him now.
Oh, he's easy. Look.
I mean, have you seen Rock and Roller where he slaps him in the face and then runs away? I reckon I could do that.
I mean, I think I could outrun him in my wheelchair. So
yeah, but he's like impending doom, isn't he?
Once you run out of steam, he's still coming.
Like I said, I wouldn't fight him with a gun.
No, absolutely not. And I don't think I want to. I think he's a lovely chap.
No.
I've just noticed that I didn't finish off the sponsor segment, so this is potentially.
Oh, sorry, that was entirely my fault.
It's fine. We've earned the award for the longest sponsored segment here.
Oh, nice!
So congratulations.
I think Affordable will enjoy that.
There you go. Yeah, Demon Effects, JSA, that's you. Mosky, Joyo, 4D, Caroline, Nux, Moval, Cord, Varve, AM Effects, and Affordable pedals, all at amazing prices. UK company with the stock ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. Check them out at affordable.co.uk. There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a lovely chap as well. Look, again, I feel like we're saying everyone's lovely here, and we just...
Oh, they are. I think we say that every time we get together virtually, we're like, everyone's great. Because it turns out everyone's kind of great. It's a really nice community.
It is.
I just had a train of thought and it's gone. That is Late Night Simon.
Classic. Tell us about the Late Night Simon pedals that you bought recently.
I was just about to ask that.
I bought 4 pedals, not intentionally. This is like peak Late Night Simon. So I woke up this morning.
Fell on your phone and
So I woke up this morning and I'd messaged someone on Facebook at 1:00 this morning. They had the weird era of Germanium Fuzz Face where it doesn't have the cutout. So it's like the first run of like Dunlop where it doesn't have the cutout, and it's NKT 275s. as the transistors, and a big muff reissue, like just the little green one. And I'd message him at 1 o'clock in the morning going, are these still available? And then when I woke up this morning, he replied with like, yes. I'm like, oh shit, I can't explain that it was like a weird drug adult alter ego who was just like, oh, cool pedals. So I was like, yeah, okay, here's some money, thanks. So that, do you know the MXR Distortion 2?
No.
No?
I know the Distortion Plus, not the 2.
That's what I thought you were going to say Plus.
So the Distortion Plus, and then there's Distortion 3, which were both like little boxes. Distortion 3 is very similar to the Distortion Plus, just with a tone control.
Yeah.
The Distortion 2 is 1590 double B, 4 knobs, mains powered, like it does. It literally like comes with a plug for the wall, and it's a wacky circuit. It includes so it's gain, tone, level, resonance, and the resonance part is it's like a out of phase extra distortion line that you add in, like so you get these kind of fuzzy tones. It became like a big collector's item because it's Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
Yeah. All
the guitar tones on that are Distortion 2 rather than the Big Muff. So I think there are some Big Muff stuff in there, but a lot of it's the Distortion 2. I think that's it. Late Night Simon was like, I've never seen one come up like ever. And it was more money than I'd like to spend, but I still put in thankfully, Late Night Simon had the wherewithal to put in an offer rather than just accept the ridiculous amount of money they wanted. So yeah, that's showing up. And then the other one, which it's kind of Late Night Simon. Basically, I've had a horrendous couple of weeks. I had a tooth, like the filling fell out, which was then hacking up my mouth. Then they extracted the tooth. I thought it would be fine. But then since then, I've had a week of like, it's not better. It's killing me. So, and my back is bad and my chest is bad because it's damp. So I'm just like this frail, like falling apart old man. So I'm up to the eyeballs on opioids. And the Reaver blacked out stuff dropped today.
Okay.
Did anyone see that? No. So that every year, as their kind of pre-Black Friday, Reaver do a thing where they get like companies to make special one-off black versions of their pedals. And this year, one of the pedals was the Way Huge Deep State, which was their... so they made the Conspiracy Theory, which was their clone. Then they made the Deep State, which was their Joe Bonamassa special with the proper like 1N34As. So it's a limited edition of 500 of the black ones. So I set an alarm so that I could buy that. But that's my Christmas present from my partner. So that's not as bad. But
overrated specials, it's a great pedal.
It's not the overrated special. It's the Conspiracy Theory, which is their clone.
Oh right.
But yeah, the overrated specials. Yeah, it's great as well. It's like their TS9.
Yeah, it's a great pedal.
Great name as well.
I know.
Yeah, I have a weird thing with. I love the Way Huge pedals, but everyone I play, it sounds American, and I can't put my again. It's like the dumbest thing to say. But I've got.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I've got the Red Llama. Amazing pedal, love it. Recommend it to everyone. Again, it's a build. If you're building as well, and you want an interesting, like, quick build, Red Llama's a great build. I've got the Red Llama and the Green Rhino, which is like their take on the Tube Screamer. And yeah, great pedals. But my brain always thinks of Aerosmith, and I know it's not like nothing to do with Aerosmith at all. But it's just when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, this could be like Steven Tyler just screaming over the top.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Our first bit of news today is our shit news. Believe it or not, I think we've done pretty well considering we're about half hour in without even getting into any news. So nice. It's Gibson. It's Gibson. It's this time of year where the news is thinning out. And we have got some nice things to say about Gibson actually a little bit later on, because I've saved a little bit of news for Joe because he likes a certain thing that's going up. But we're gonna rag on Gibson for a Kirk Hammett. Essentially, it's a hummingbird, but they've called it the Raven because it's like hummingbird's gothy cousin. It's a Kirk Hammett acoustic essentially, which I know he has played acoustics. There's acoustic intros to certain songs, and there's that one song that James plays the solo on, which is actually quite tuneful. Largely, when I think of Kirk Hammett, I don't think of acoustic guitar tones.
That's exactly what I said to my partner. It's like, Kirk Hammett, that famous acoustic guitarist.
Yes.
I don't work in marketing, but sometimes I want to get Fender and Gibson together and bang their heads together and say, why aren't you picking the right people? Like, for example, why haven't Fender released the Danish Pete Purple Telly? An exact replica. That pedal show, you've got the red and blue as a set. They could sell them for 50 grand and do a set. And people would buy them. Or Gibson, now that Mick's got his 335 or 355, whatever he's playing now, and Dan's got his SG, do them as a set and sell cheaper ones and then sell Epiphone ones. Stop doing Joe Bonamassa signatures and slash signatures and acoustics for people who don't play acoustic.
Yeah,
I think it's that weird. It's it's who's buying those guitars, isn't it? So, if it was people under 60. Well, I mean, if it was people under, say, 30, it makes sense to do people like Tim Henson, Tosin Abasi, who obviously wouldn't do it. But yeah, those kind of like internet guitarists.
Yeah.
But the only people who've got, because is it $4 grand, $5 grand
it's close to $5 grand? This program is.
The only people that have that money are like boomers, like over 60s with disposable income that are going to buy that guitar.
Yeah.
And if they tried to make again like a Danish Pete. You're right. I think it would sell like hotcakes, but they wouldn't be able to charge the same amount of money because someone in their 70s is like, Danish who? Kind of.
Yeah.
I think people our age, like the 40-year-old bracket, people who are just moving into, the kids have just moved out, maybe like my boy's 18. That's a massive pay rise. Yeah. And I think that's the demographic that they want to be going for.
I totally agree, but it's pricing it at that point, isn't it? Like,
which is why they need to do the Epiphone or Esquire run along with and make a big fanfare of it all. Like Anderton sort of did that, didn't they, with the signed scratch plate purple Squire Telecasters a few years ago.
Yeah,
Danish Beat signed a scratch board that went with them all, or scratch plate, whatever. And if Fender did this on an industrial scale. Yeah. It wouldn't take a lot. A little signed picture of Pete that could be printed with all that would need to go in the bag. And it's a normal telly, and they could it's like just money.
Laser etched on the neck plate. Just Pete's head.
Yeah, anything like that. Look at what Thorpe's done. Do some sort of Viking paraphernalia or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you think like Kingfish, great guitarist, love his signature telly. It looks amazing, large headstock, all of that. But how many people are really going out the way to buy that compared to Danish Pete or insane influencer? I mean, the Rick Beato special proves it. They went instantly, and now they're going for $4 grand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's it hasn't even got a top coat on it.
Yeah, they need someone. I was going to say they need someone in charge that would have that foresight, but it's not even the people in charge, is it? It's because when it all becomes kind of like decision by committee, Joe Bonamassa's a safe bet, isn't he? Whereas, again, Danish. It's not that Danish Pete isn't, but it's.
I do like some of the guitars they're coming out with, like the Bonamassa or like the Back to the Future 355. If that thing was less than $3 grand, I would buy the Epiphone.
Yeah,
well, I'm not paying $3 grand for an Epiphone. I'm just not.
They're doing an Epi for $3 grand.
There is an Epiphone, and if you go on Reverb now, I think the cheapest one's $3 grand. That might be second-hand resale price. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, how much was the what's it called? The Gibson single pickup, like horns almost. It's not an SG. I keep wanting to say Wiltshire, but I don't think it's that.
The Coronet Wiltshire or
Coronet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I feel like when they
they were American built though, weren't they?
Were they?
Yeah. They were like nibs and American made in the Gibson factory, just with Epiphone and headstock. I would pay that for them, to be fair.
Well, that's it, because I remember when they came out off the back of like indie, basically. What's the band I'm thinking of? Pete Doherty.
Yeah, Libertines.
Thank you. Yeah, Well, off the back of Libertines, and they did a special edition of that again. And I feel like that was a grand, and that's easily 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, if it's American made.
I was thinking of the newer ones. They've just released some in the last year or two where they're like, what are they called? The older Wiltshires anyway. Like I don't think it's the Inspired By. I went to say that, but I don't think it's them. I think it's like a nitro lacquer version made in America, like Wiltshire single pickup, wraparound bridge, all that stuff. It's everything I want out of a guitar, really. And I'm quite happy with the Epiphone brand, you know. It's just I'm not paying that for a Chinese made guitar or an Indonesian made guitar. No way.
And
but
it's not down to the qualities. It's down to the because like quality of Chinese factories these days, and Indonesian factories like Vietnam as well. There's so many of those Far Eastern. Yeah, exactly. Like Korea, basically like stepped up the market, didn't they? Because like Korea was the China of like 20 years ago, and then they'd upped the kind of quality so much that they were going, actually we can't sell these Korean guitars anymore. Because they're outpacing the Mexicans and the Americans.
The Navy bought tankers to go with our new carriers from Korea, and we had to send people out there to check that they weren't driving slave labor because they were like, "When do you want this thing delivered?" Bearing in mind, we could never build a ship on time, and they were like, "When do you want it delivered?" And the Navy said, like, say 2022, and they were like, "Oh no, we know the exact day. We want to know what time you want it made for." And they were like, "Hang on, we need to go and check this out." I think, and they are banging out things. Their manufacturing's on another level, so much more advanced than we are.
It's weird. From I ended up on a deep dive with op amps and like brands and stuff for op amps, and back in the kind of 60s and 70s and 80s, so many of the chips were being made like Malaysia, Taiwan, in the Korea in the East. And they are now some of the most wanted, or the most desirable versions of chips. Like the Taiwanese. So I had two Taiwanese RC 4558s. So it's the Texas Instruments versions of it. So not Japan Radio, Texas Instrument version of the 4558 chip, made in Taiwan. I was gifted them as part of like a trade thing. And I Googled it. It was 80 quid a chip.
Wow.
Oh, no, sorry. It was 40 quid a chip. So it was 80 quid for these two chips.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a fucking op amp. How? It's 40 quid. I could buy a whole pedal for that.
Do you know what I did recently? I can't believe I'm going to say this on a podcast. It's on a video anyway. But I made like an Oasis pedal, the SSL2.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to buy everything from Amazon. So it's all like cheap caps and all of this stuff. But when it comes to the op amps, I was like, well, you can get expensive op amps on Amazon, so I'll do that. The problem is I didn't look properly, so I bought dual op amps, and it's a single. So I built the pedal, put it in on video, and I was like, why isn't it working? And it turns out, no, you're an idiot, and you put the wrong op amp in.
It's easily done. We have all been there. Yeah. It doesn't help when the numbering. So, again, as part of this thing, I ended up with a bunch of 55 chips. So like 5532, 5534, and 5535. And the 34, despite the numbering, is a single op amp and the others are dual. And it's infuriating because you're like, that doesn't make sense. How did you number these?
Well, but yeah, I'd love to cry that, but these op amps, you can buy two versions. There's the Oracle 1 and the Oracle 2. No, I bought the Oracle 2.
Yeah.
Which is clearly a double.
Yeah. Were they the discrete ones?
Yes.
Yeah, but like the proper blocks, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use them probably in delays, I would think. I feel like I should be building a Mad Professor Deep Blue delay.
If I ended up building one recently. I built a couple and did a Hello Sailor, and I was like, right, so the audio path is going to be like, so it was like mullered mustard caps, Lemco, like the nicest caps I could use. And I used the AD712 op amp, which was in the original Zen Drive, and it's like a super, super high end. It's in a lot of like high end audio interfaces. It's like the op amp they use for that. And it's awesome. I bought a bunch and I was like, yeah, and they're like 12 quid each, which is a lot again for an op amp.
Yeah.
But they sounded great. And I'm working on a project with someone at the moment, and we tried it with just like a normal TL082. They were like, oh, it's okay. I went, oh, try this. And they were like, yeah, it sounds amazing. Unfortunately, that project started about a year ago. And at the time, they were everywhere. Expensive, but everywhere. And then 2 months ago, I got the dreaded email from Farnell saying, this component is now going obsolete. And it's like, oh, that's so frustrating. But yeah, if you can, the AD712s, they're also like, they like sell themselves as just TL082s, but better quality. So like lower noise floor, cleaner headroom, and do in a Zen drive. Again, I think we've talked about this before. I think I've talked about it, so I'm just ranting. Years ago, I do apologise. As I said, this is like peak late night Simon. Years ago, I bought. Actually, I'll keep this story because it's part of the thing that Joe and I have been doing is part of that long story.
Do we want to talk about the?
Okay, we should
probably wrap up the.
Oh yeah, Kirk Hammett, famous acoustic guitarist, now has his own signature acoustic guitar for $5,000.
Come on now, it's probably an amazing guitar. They just didn't need to tie it to Kirk Hammett.
Yeah, almost certainly will be. But it's like a bit 2000s with the like overly gothic.
It's weird though. If you gave that to James Bay with his cowboy hat and stuff, it would look amazing and it would work. It's the Kirk Hammett of it all that kind of not cheapens it, but yeah.
I mean, he's wearing
take the whole Kirk Hammett thing out this picture and just make James Bay a guitar and market that.
Yeah, honestly, that'll be amazing.
It'd make more sense as well because like James Bay legitimately plays a lot of acoustic guitar.
Exactly.
I've been looking at the Epiphone Century recently because I love the fact that he gets so many good tones out of one neck pickup and a guitar that definitely shouldn't be used live because it's hollow. Like, come on now. But I just think it's awesome watching him play that thing. And I've been looking at the Epiphone, but they're like 500 quid for a guitar that probably costs 50p to make.
That's the first. It's weird. I think we talked about this when we did the thing with Jason that in our heads, I think because of all of our ages, in our heads, Epiphone guitars should cost like 300-400 quid max. And now they're like 700 quid. I bought Les Paul. So Samick. So Korea Samick Factory 2000 Les Paul. Beautiful, like teal top. Teal sparkly top. I love it. The pickups are microphonic, which is a bit of a pain, but I kind of don't care. I'm not playing live, so it's not a thing for me. But it was 550 quid. And you're like, and it was almost the most I'd spent on a guitar. And it's like, this is an Epiphone. This shouldn't be this much.
I'm not averse to spending a lot of money on guitars, as we can clearly see. But it's the principle of it. If it was American made, I'd be like, well, people in America get, housing costs more, the wages, economy, fine, they're going to cost more. But I just feel like it's profit for profit's sake.
Well, I'll tell you what we should talk about. We should talk about a certain collaboration pedal that is probably going to be going live very soon. Yeah, definitely. Because I saw the collaboration link and it was being uploaded.
So did I.
It is definitely there. Sunday, the video goes live at 16:15. So 4:15 UK time.
What an interesting time.
It's dictated by the YouTube gods, I'm afraid.
Okay. I was about to say, was that like an analytics thing? So again, on Instagram, I had that thing where if I post between 7 and 8, that's when it gets the most traction.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But I don't know if that. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like a thing.
I'm doing the scattergun approach now. So I posted 6 and 6, and then 10. So 3 posts a day. Instagram.
Do you find one of them in particular gets more hits? Or?
No. Huh? I think because we're in the age of interest media instead of social media. I don't think it's the way that it used to be. The algorithm doesn't care about what you put out; it cares about what people watch. So I've noticed that if I log on at different times of the day, it will show me different things because that's what I would normally look at. Yeah, so I think I could post something right now, and if it's good, it will hit the audience.
That reminded me. I don't know why that reminded me. Did you see Zero Fret's pedal with the tubes coming out of it?
No.
The fiber optic cables.
Oh, I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very nice looking pedal.
It's a brilliant idea. It's such a simple idea, but it looks so effective.
Yes, and with his branding, it's so on brand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that kind of doom metal, that kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Fiber optic cables coming out.
Yeah, so it's two LEDs inside, and then fiber optic cables go like through and then like feed back in and then out again.
Like,
so
basically clear tubes sticking out in and out the pedals that light
exactly
up.
that. So it looks like it's kind of like a rib cage on the outside, but lights up green. It's like a black pedal.
So good
with green. Yeah, awesome.
But not for audio, just for kind of visual.
Just visual, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, to be fair, if you did it, you probably could do it with audio. Don't know how it'd sound, but
I'm doing a video at the minute where I take. It's basically like the the third man lightning bolt drive or whatever it is. So I'm taking a fluorescent lamp or a normal lamp from your house and stepping up, using an amplifier, stepping up through a transformer the wrong way, 1 to 20, and then putting it through that as a clipping section.
Nice.
The transformer turned up today. It's like the size of a pedal. I'm definitely not boxing this up, but I bought some like fluorescent lamps and stuff, little miniature ones. I figured I used them.
Not like a
no. Well, like a little bulb.
I saw a thing yesterday that was in a pinch, Vegemite has enough salt in it to pass current. And then my brain went, what's the most Australian pedal I could make? So if you could make a Crowther hot cake with Vegemite, that's kind of the pinnacle of engineering at the moment in my head.
I mean, that's New Zealand, isn't it? Not not Australia.
MI Audio is Australian, so you could do the Crunchbox.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it works so well because it's crunchy with a Vegemite and toast.
Vegemite on toast, Crunchbox. Yeah. Oh,
yes.
I feel like Simon's just giving himself a project on.
No, this is late night Simon at his peak because I won't remember this tomorrow, and I'll probably Adam from AV Audio. He's an awesome guy, like wicked builder. He over the years we've done a lot of meme builds, and it's like I'll suggest something or he'll suggest something, and if I can pitch him. He might not do it now because he's now a doctor, so he's got less time. But I feel like if I pitched him like MI Audio Crunchbox,
the
Vegemite on toast, and then like brown PCB, and then with some actual Vegemite somewhere, I think he'd be into it. But I won't remember. And even if I do, I'll be like, "Oh, it's not a great idea, Simon. You've had better ideas." Yeah, sorry. I'm currently taking my meds, including these little. I don't know if you can read this. You read what that is?
I can't read it. No,
it's because it's not zooming. Anyway, this is one of the 3 Viagra I have to take a day.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, keeps my lungs working.
Okay. I mean, like, what do you say to that?
Exactly. No, my favourite thing is no word of a lie. It was during the. Avengers, like that first wave of Marvel stuff. So a doctor called Thanos, again, genuinely, Dr. Thanos, it was at Sheffield Royal Hallamshire, which is like a 30 tower, it's a tower block, is the hospital. So like 26th floor of this hospital, over, like you can see Sheffield United Stadium and it looks like an ant stadium.
Oh, no.
And the Dr. Thanos, and he knew he was going to get a laugh. So he set it up and he spent like a minute going, there's this drug. It was designed for pulmonary hypertension. It's a wonder drug, blah, blah, blah. And at the end it's like, and it's most commonly called Viagra. And obviously we chuckled. But then my partner and I he kept talking and we just kept like looking at each other going, how do we bring up random boners? Like, is it genuinely a thing? Like you see in like Hollywood movies where like an old guy knocks over a cup kind of thing. And in the end, finally managed to do it as highbrow as possible. Like, it's often used for erectile dysfunction. Will that be a side effect? And they went, oh no, it's too low a dose, and you'll get used to it so quickly anyway that you won't get that. It's like, oh, cool.
Oh no way. So you built up a tolerance. So if you do need
that was it. It's so low a dose anyway, but you very quickly build up a tolerance. So even if I took a high dose now, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Immune to Viagra. Well, that's
exactly. I mean, apparently it's a real thing in porn stars as well. It happens all the time. You build up an immunity to Viagra. I feel like that's the title for this, isn't it?
I mean, that's a pedal name. That is. Sure.
I'm a 40-year-old married man. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Oh my God, make a super hard on, but with the Viagra thing.
Yeah, really super hard on.
Full of pedal ideas today, mate.
Yeah, honestly, this is me in my comfort zone, full of meds. Right, yeah, I'm going to take these, and then I'll let if.
Speaking of wild pedal ideas,
yeah, we were talking about this collab. I mean, it's all come about because of yourself, Joe, isn't it? You've kind of orchestrated the.
Yeah, Simon sent me a tube, probably the best tube screamer I've ever played, funnily enough. It is my favourite tube screamer. And in the package, he put one of these PCBs in for this hot toddy. And I was going through my parts drawers and I was like, I should really build that. But it's a weird one because if I build it for a video, I can't sell the pedal because it's kind of Simon's design. It's a bit muggy to make money off a gift. But
and you could have, honestly, like genuinely, yeah.
I know that's what you meant, but I was like, how can I turn this into an awesome thing with friends? And so I built the pedal, and it's got a little bit of my style in there. It's covered in a kimono that I bought whilst on deployment to the South China Sea. I think in the video I actually include a picture of me wearing a kimono. So
nice.
Yeah.
That'll be one for the bank.
Yeah. Hi, you haven't seen nothing. You're talking to the third place Miss HMS Kent 2021.
Nice. What were the first? Yeah, who was number one?
I think it was one of the queer lads on board.
I was about to say, did he have a drag name?
He got
fair advantage
full on. Yeah, that's what I said. So actually, I come off watch. We do like 2 4-hour watches in a day. And I'm the chief of watch, so I sit in the back panel in charge of my watch, whatever. And you do 8 hours worth of work in one day. And I finished my last watch, so 16-hour day. I just got into the mess. I was like, I could do with a Guinness, sit down, chill out, whatever. And as I sat down, the two girls in the mess were like, what are you doing? You're our entry for Miss Kent. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then 10 minutes later, I'm dressed, as you'd imagine. And I'm just trying to get up a picture of it. It's quite shocking, but
anyway, very nice.
And it was a full-on beauty pageant, and of course, everyone's got a talent. Some guys are singing, the Marines were doing press-ups or whatever they were doing. Some guy had shaved the ship's pennant number and a rather hairy back, and as it's coming round to my turn, and I was like, I've got no talent. So I said to one of my mates, I've got no talent, Dave. And he was like, I'll sort you out, shit, mate. I'll sort you out. Don't worry about it. He come back about 10 minutes later with what can only be described as a black tube about that long, wrapped in black masking tape. And I was like, what do you want me to do with that? And he was like, you'll be all right. Like, and so he sent me out with this makeshift black dildo. And so I strut out. And if anyone's ever served on a ship, if there's a flood, we bang these little wooden wedges into the flood if the ship's sinking because they swell and stop it. But someone had made me a set of wedges out of these things, so I couldn't walk. I bimbled over to the captain, put it on his knee, and went, oh, and that was my talent. End of. And I got third place.
Amazing.
You would love Drag Race. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, I call it just being in the Navy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
To be fair, but yeah. So the kimono thing is nothing.
Yeah.
But this kimono, we bought them in Japan in Sasebo, and they were quite expensive. And they were all really confused. They're like, for your wife? And I was like, it's an XL, love. For my wife. My wife's like
British ladies.
But we all bought them for like fancy dress or whatever. And it's just an interesting time of my life. And that's the last piece of fabric that I had. And I thought it'd just go really well for something interesting. And it's not a standard hot toddy because Simon actually sent me some mods to try.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I incorporate them into the pedal? And so I put them on switches, which is I didn't know how to order them, so I kind of put 2 mods per switch,
Yeah.
And just
Well, it's a weird one that I'm going to give you the abridged version of the story of the hot toddy. There's a very long version. There's a 27-minute version that I sent Joe yesterday.
It sounds at 10 minutes, by the way.
Oh, nice. Did you get rid of the bit where I'm like, no. That was my favourite bit.
No, I definitely kept that in.
You left that in. Years ago, I had a Boss Blues driver. It was like my main drive pedal for years. Loved it. Yeah. And then once I started building pedals, it's not that I wanted to retire it, but I kind of wanted to retire it, partly because of sentimental reasons. And it was 1998 I bought it, so it's nearly 30. But I had gripes with the Blues driver. Like the bypass is terrible. The buffered bypass on the Boss Speed, the original. I don't know if it is better on the Wazza, actually. I've not tried a Wazza in ages. But the SMD version is no better. But anyway, the buffered bypass is bad. The note decays, the clipping decays really fizzy. So as you especially if you strum a chord and you listen to it decay, it kind of like goes from, you can almost hear the clipping jumping back in. And the medium gain tones are awful. Like low gain, great. High gain, like more distortion than you'll ever need. Like it is like a metal zone once you crank the gain up on a Blues driver. Yeah. But all the stuff in the middle, it just wasn't for me. So I tried loads of things. I was like, I want to build something better than this. When I first started building, I very quickly realized that if there was a circuit that I hadn't tried or didn't know, it was cheaper to buy like the cheap Chinese OEM pedals like K-Line, Mojo, Price, Joyo.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be a brand called Mojo. Excuse me. Yeah, it was cheaper to buy that than it was to try and build one from scratch.
Yeah.
So I bought a K-Line Pure Sky, which I sold, and I'm really mad at myself because those early K-Line pedals are all through hole. Like all of them are.
Yeah. And
that first Pure Sky that I had, I replaced all the caps, and then when I bought a Timmy, they sounded identical, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" But yeah, since then, I've had a lot of Pure Skies over the years, and they very quickly stopped being through hole, and they're all SMD now, which really sucks. But
it does bring the price down and make it more accessible for people.
That's it. The price didn't. That's the frustration. The price didn't change. Like I paid 18. Sorry, I paid 18 quid for a through hole Pure Sky originally, and now they're like 22 quid, and they're SMD.
But if they stayed through hole, they'd probably be
exactly. 50. Yeah, they would have had to go up. I get it.
Yeah.
It's just a shame. As I said, every time I see one used, my gut instinct is to ask them, can they open the back and show me the circuit? Just the back of the board. You can tell instantly. But I know people will be funny about it, but two, they're 99% sure it's going to be a newer SMD one anyway. Yeah. A while ago, I saw a Boss SD1 on Facebook Marketplace in Derby for 30 quid. And I literally only wanted it to mod. Like, it looked a bit tatty. And I was like, I just need to check. I was literally like, can you turn the pedal over so I can see the sticker on the back? I don't care where it's from. I don't care what year it is. Literally, I just need to see the sticker to know if it's through hole or SMD. And I got back the world's most boomer response from this guy. Like, all classic, like, all in caps. Just like, fucking collectors. Who cares if this or that was cheap and it's down the road and it works for years. So much so that I copy and pasted it and put it into the guitar pedal where everyone acts like boomers group on Facebook. Because I'd never experienced anything like that. I was like, what? Whoa, I just turn it around, mate. You've got pictures of every other side, just not the back. I just want to know if I can hack it apart. That's it. I could not care less if it's like one-off, whatever. Anyway, so yes, the K-Line Pure Sky, loved it. Made me want to build Timmy, so I built some Timmys. But which sound, they're so different to the Blues Driver. And I was like, there's still bits missing. I really like how the Blues Driver kind of responded to playing dynamics. I liked how it was kind of softer in the mids. And then normally, I think we've had, normally around this time of year, we have a Christmas get together with all our mates and do a Christmas dinner in a pub, which is quite it's a very British thing. And we'd had a Christmas dinner, and I was with my two pedal gurus, and I was explaining all this, and one of them went, "Oh, the Boss BD2's discrete op amp, that's probably what makes it." And again, like blank look, like I have no idea the words you just said. So he explained it and showed me the schematic. And I got home and got the bit in the schematic of the Blues driver, built it just on a bit of error board. It works. When it worked, I was like, yes, this sounds great. And so it went from there. So the first version was just like a single discrete op amp with soft clipping, and then like the Timmy bass, different tone control. And I think you've still got the old silver one with the toggle switch and like the side mounted jacks.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, that was the original Hot Toddy. In fact, again, you've probably got one of like the first 5 of them. So between you and Joe, you've got a very early JSA pedals.
Yeah.
And then as time progressed, I made changes and tweaks and stuff, and got to a point where it was two discrete op amps with like a filter in the middle, low pass filter in the middle for treble control, the Timmy bass, so it's a cross between the Timmy and the BD2. It's not a clone of either directly.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much gain as the Blues driver, but it does. It has the kind of same feel and stuff.
It doesn't need more gain.
No, it's usable for the entirety of it.
This is what's weird. Actually, with the mods and stuff that I suggested to Joe, it's a weird thing. So hang on, I moved it. It's annoying. I had all these things. I moved them. So, this is the original Paul Cochran, the big box Tim. Amazing pedal. If you ever get a chance for the original ones, grab it. And on this, the gain control is 500k pop. And basically, if you ignore the boost stuff, it is like a wonderful low gain drive. And then with the boost on the back, then you get into like the super high gain region. And when he then redesigned it to be the kind of small single pedal, I get it. He tried to incorporate it all into like the 4 knobs. So the gain control doubles in size. So you then get much more distortion. And then you've got the dip switches on this one and then the toggle switches and stuff. So I agree. I think the Hot Toddy as it is has the right amount of gain. I don't think it needs more gain. But the amount of people that are like, oh, I wish I had more gain. And it's like, it's meant to be low gain. It's not meant to be. But these are the same people like a Tube Screamer doesn't have enough gain. It's like a Tube Screamer maxed is plenty.
Yeah.
So it's a weird. I think what people interpret gain to be is very different. It's like a personal perception of it, isn't it?
But you never use one pedal on it at a time. You stack them, right? So
exactly.
That's just a good base to start from.
Yeah, I would suggest it as an always-on pedal. Like, use that for your core tone, and then either push things into it or, as you say, push things after it as well.
I used the world's worst fitting components for the circuit size that you did. Like it was just. I even managed to squeeze the tag board in there because some of the caps wouldn't fit.
Amazing. Well, I've made what I call the Omega spec versions, which were like fancy parts. But even then, I'm still using relatively small parts. I toned it down, but it was still bigger than what it fit in there. Well, that's it. It got to a point where, and I say this half jokingly, but quite sincerely, that I feel like every musician should have a Hot Toddy because it's super versatile. It works in guitar, bass, keys. Like I use the Digitech Trio Plus as like a band creator thing. Yeah. And I love running the drums, like when you loop the drums out to record, that through the Hot Toddy. Just gives it that little bit that's it, a little bit distortion. The tone, the shaping's beautiful. Yeah. So I recommend it to everyone. And I was thinking, obviously Joe and I have a lot of each other's pedals. And I was like, I don't know if Joe has a Hot Toddy. And I was like, I'm going to send him one and see what he does with it, just as the PCB. And as I soldered on, it's got 4 SMD transistors. And I sold, basically when the PCBs come, I solder like 10, 20 at a time. And I was like, then Joe can go nuts and not have to worry about fiddly bits. I'm glad that you put the SMD things on. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. I hate them.
But even like the PMP transistors, the buffers or whatever, I went like Texas Instruments from the 60s, all of that jazz.
Nice.
It was an interesting build. A lot of wire. There's an awful lot of wire in that. Like, because I run.
Oh yeah, because of all the switches and stuff.
Yeah. It was interesting to wire up.
Oh, because so you got switches. So I'm guessing there's one. I asked you yesterday, but I can't remember what they were. One's definitely diode switching.
Yeah, so I did diode switching for the gain, because obviously I can't swap out a pot. I just added a 500k on the end of the pot, so you got low gain and high gain.
Yep.
And then for the other ones, I think I put like the resistors on one switch and the caps on another. Nice. I just used a double pole, double throw. Used them as individuals.
Yeah,
easy.
Well, it got to a point where there's now. I just posted 139 has just gone, which is, again, it's not loads, but for me it is. And like, it's been a year, nearly 2 years of the hot toddy, and 140 pedals of the same pedal for me is bonkers. Because it was never anything I planned to do or wanted to do really. But then again, it obviously SoundLad is the pinnacle of this for me, where he's like a single guy building pedals, and he's like thousands, and he's like knocking them out in like, having breakfast, like coffee for breakfast, whilst knocking up like 300 foot switches. And like, I made a pedal today. It used all of my energy, and that's it for this week. And even like, again, Affordable's been great, where he's done loads of this supersonic drive. And I think he got to 100 pretty quickly. And I'm like,
that is a great pedal.
Thank you. Yeah. All of the, I'm obviously wildly biased, but I do think all of the Affordable own brand stuff has been, they're great. Like, I really like the JCM 800 in a box. That was one of my favourites to design. And if you get a chance, it's definitely worth trying.
That's the one that I haven't tried.
Is it? You should. It's so he pitched the idea to me. And he's, I wanted to do a JCM 800 in a box. And so my brain instantly went, Crunchbox or something like that.
Yeah.
But then he said, I like the low gain / clean tones on a JCM 800. And my brain went, that's weird, but okay. So instead of the Crunchbox, I was like, okay, I'll design it from the ground up with that in mind. And then he bought obviously Marshall then released that like 4 pedals, didn't they? One of those was an 800. And he bought that, he loved it, he sent it to me. To use as like a reference. And when I opened it up, I was surprised I expected to see a Crunchbox basically, and I didn't. And so when I looked, someone traced it, because that's what the internet does, you trace a pedal straight away. And it's a more interesting circuit than I thought it was going to be. And some of the elements I'd kind of already done, but there were other bits I was like, oh, actually that's a really good idea. So I ended up building something that is, it sounds so weird. It's a cross between the Marshall pedal and a super hard-on. And it's neither one or the other, but it's somehow both. And I sent it back to him, and he was like, I don't think I like it very much. I was like, no, that's fair. So I then built a Crunchbox clone for him and sent him that. And he's like, I think I like that more. And then he went to his mate's house who owns a JCM, and Jones, a proper JCM 800, and they tried it. He went, oh my God, you've nailed it. Like the original pedal you built actually does sound like the JCM 800. And I was like, oh, cool. I thought I was just going mad. But yeah, so that's probably my favorite of the bunch. Obviously the supersonic drive was very much just that one. So that was the goal, was that one sound.
So much gain.
Yeah. Again, that was one where there's a guy in LA who has bought a load of pedals, and we have this kind of agreement where he buys loads. I send him like a massive box, which to tariffs has been a nightmare. But yeah, I send him pedals. And then if there's ones he doesn't like, he sends them back. Ones he likes, he keeps. And then there's some ways like, I like it, but I wish could you just tweak it? And so we've basically just sent pedal parcels to and from each other. That's where I got those Texas Instrument, like the vintage 4558s and stuff. But my FET breaker that I built years ago, he was like, he goes, I like the idea of a blues breaker, but every time I try it, I don't like it. So I was like, cool. And so I built him essentially a FET breaker, but at 9 volt. And yeah, long story short, he ended up not like we made loads of tweaks to it to the point, and we over tweaked it, and he went from kind of like liking it, loving it, and then he loathed it. But there was a point when I was building it, and then talking to for the board, and he was like, "Oh, you know, this is the sound I want." And I listened to what's the song? You need to be yourself. Supersonic. Listen to literally Supersonic. Yep. You dickhead. Yeah, listen to Supersonic and a couple of the other ones. And I played pedals and I played that and I was like, oh my God, that is basically this. And so they've made a couple of tweaks to that. So yeah, that was all because of this one guy kind of wanting to like hacking apart a circuit. But yeah. Yeah, we've gone off on a tangent again.
It just nails the sound, basically.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the Rat's fun as well. I mean, the Rat's just a Rat, but it was dual op amp, and I know I've told the story, but I've got Brian Molko of Placebo. I've got his 1996 Rat pedal, which I got as a gift from Funny Little Boxes. So I use that as my Rat reference for everything. So it's honest, yeah. I mean, it's a Rat. It's a very standard Rat, but it sounds cool. But yeah, it's nice to have that kind of as a reference.
I'm just building a Rat on tagboard now.
Nice.
It's a big old circuit that to be putting on tagboard, like compared to.
Yeah, just because the extra buffer and stuff, isn't it? Like, yeah.
And you've got the op amp as well. That's a navigation.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice. Is this with the fancy op amp as well?
Yeah. The metal can thing.
Nice.
Going all out on it.
Nice. Yeah. Hot Toddy. Come on, Simon. You can do this. I believe in you.
You got this, man. You got this.
You can do it.
There's a guitar shop in Derby called Hippo Guitars, which I recommend to everyone. Like, super nice. Like, it's a couple that run it. They're amazing people. And there's now two guitar shops in Derby, and it's lovely because they're like the counterpoint of each other. One's like a proper guitar shop, not corporate, but like it has that kind of air of it.
Yeah.
And then Hippo Guitars is the other side where it's all used gear, and it's just like a couple who run it. It's like a small corner shop, and so the vibes are really different. And they have been gracious enough to have some of my pedals in stock, and they've got for their first anniversary for the shop, they asked if I can make a run of hot toddies, special hot toddies for them, and they were called the Hip Hotopotamus. And so it was green hot toddies with yellow knobs and yellow and then a red knob. And the chap's got one on his board and he adores it. And he was like, can we have some for the shop? So there's been a few in the shop. And he went, could you build me one? So they've got a test board for people trying out guitars. I'm like, can you build me one just for the test board? I went, yeah, absolutely. And then he messaged me one day he goes, I think I've heard more guitars through the hot toddy than anybody else ever will have. And he goes, and honestly, it covers like every bass. It's like, he goes, it's my favorite overdrive. I've not heard it sound bad yet. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And then a week later, I sent a hot toddy to someone and they're like, oh, this is the worst pedal I've ever played. It's just dog shit. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. Well, no, but
doesn't that show you that people have different tastes?
Yeah, no, this is it. So there was a point where, again, we were talking about this earlier. There was a point where I took pedal criticism to heart, and it took a while to get rid of it. And I got rid of it because I had a couple of friends come around, and they were playing guitar and playing my setup, my guitars, my pedals. Sometimes they sound amazing, and sometimes it sounds awful. And it's like, it's exactly the same gear. It's just the person that's changing. And so it really reinforces that idea that one man's treasure is another man's trash. And it's not that it's bad or good. It's all down to how you play and your preference and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy that didn't like it, there was like two guys back to back that didn't like it. And when I was talking to them, one of them played a 335 and one of them played a Les Paul. And I was like, maybe, because I predominantly play a Strat, I was like, maybe it just doesn't play particularly well with humbuckers. And so they made a version.
I disagree, it does.
Well, this is it. I made a version that I thought worked slightly better with humbuckers. And honestly, like, again, you'll know because you've done the mods, but they're subtle changes. They really are subtle changes.
Yeah.
But to me, it made enough of a difference that I was like, actually, if I could do it as like a separate humbucker version, maybe that's not a bad idea. And I've only made one, and it's part of the Leeds Pedal Show raffle. That's the only humbucker version so far. But it's there as an option if people want it. But
speaking of raffles,
yes,
he's done this before. He's
Well, Simon's teeing them up, and I'll knock them down.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess this is where I'll come in, isn't it? So like we've put our heads together with this one, and essentially this one is it's going to be a giveaway, and it's almost exclusively to the people who like follow along with this crazy little collab project that we've done. So the entry fee is essentially like a Patreon subscription to the podcast, but it's like we're not holding it ransom to a point where like, oh yeah, you can get it, but you have to get on the paid tier. I found out last week there's a free tier for the Patreon, and so essentially the entry is if you are a Patreon member, whether it is free tier or paid tier. I mean, we will appreciate if you decide to go for the paid tier, but it's not a requirement. So like any tier of the Patreon over at patreon.com/frettalk. I always do that the wrong way around. I say frettalk.com/Patreon. Frettalk.com does not exist. So please don't do that. Patreon.com/frettalk. Head over to there and sign up for free. And then you will be entered into the prize draw for this. Like, I think it's officially classed as a free prize draw. Due to like the gambling regulations, rules and regulations. I actually had to do some research into that. To make
I was about to say, do people have to be 18?
I don't think so. Okay. But please do, just in case.
Yeah.
The thing is, there'll be a link on the video, so if anyone's unsure about finding it, go into the description of the video. It'll be on all three of our YouTube channels. And you can go straight to Patreon and sign up. I mean, come on, the paid tier isn't expensive.
Yeah,
people could
$2 a month, I think.
Nice. Yeah, and you can choose a funny name, which I quite enjoy.
Which, it means that this guy has to read
out the facility.
Yeah. So far, we've got three gentlemen who refer to boners in some way or another. But that's not saying that has to be the cap. Like, as many boners, it can be an entire field of boners.
I'm so sorry. Just because it keeps this in my brain at the moment. When I was a teacher. We had to do functional skills, like kids had to do functional skills, and now they'd have to do their GCSEs. But the functional skills teacher was this very well-to-do conservative farm owner who only taught 2 days a week, and she lived on this beautiful property in the Dukeries. And one day she came into our office and she went, "Can I talk to you about something?" I'm like, yeah. And she went, "A couple of your students are drawing penises everywhere." And you kind of go, well, the teenage boys. And with the kind of lads they were, it's probably like, it's teenage boys. And so you assume it's going to be like the proper childish ones.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll talk to them. So in a tutorial, I kind of said, look, maybe don't do that. And they were like, yeah, it's fine. And then a couple of weeks later, she came back and she went, it's just getting worse. Like, they're doing them on the board and stuff. And I was like, oh, really? But at the same time, in the back of my head's like, it can't be that bad. It's just a penis on a board. And then about a week later, she came. I saw her. She wasn't bringing it to me. I don't know what she was doing it, but I saw her carrying the paper. And it turns out it wasn't just like the childish one. It was like a proper anatomically correct with veins. And like, if it's an A4 page, it was like half the size of the page, like this massive in-pen penis. And it was at that point like, oh, they really are drawing penises on their work, aren't they? This is...
Yeah. I mean, you've got, like, mind the bun, but you got to mind the balls, haven't you?
If someone doesn't sign up with the name Realistic Penis Work, I'll be disappointed.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think we've not selected a date for the prize draw yet. I think what we'll probably do is either on the last podcast of the year or the first one of the new year.
Yeah.
Depending. I don't know. We'll officially announce it. So keep on the socials. Be on all of the Budget Pedal Chap socials. Be on all the Hello Salad socials and the JSA socials, because we'll share it. It won't be the last time you hear about this. We will be pushing it across the entirety of November and December anyway.
Because everybody needs a hot toddy.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be plenty of short form content come out, and you'll get to hear it played beautifully, better than any of the demos on my usual videos. And also, Simon has an amazing description of how it come about. And editing that was just fantastic, honestly.
Yeah, I got
it down to like 9 minutes, I think, from 25.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'm going to publicly apologise for this whole thing. I appreciate that. Even last night in the video, I am very much peak late night Simon, and I will be woefully embarrassed by all of this for the rest of the time. But this is who I am late at night, and I look forward to buying more pedals. Even though I told myself not to buy more pedals, I'll probably buy more pedals.
Yeah, I mean, just embrace it. It is you, mate. Make your peace of it, and that is how it goes. I think we should officially wrap the podcast because we're coming up to the 2 hour mark. I don't think the standard podcast will make 2 hours. I'll do a bit of crafty editing,
hacking it, yeah.
And if you do join up on the Patreon, the bits that are kind of shoehorned out of the official podcast go into the Patreon episode, like happened last time anyway. So.
I'm about to say, do they get the full unedited version?
Well, so what I did last time is I basically worked a kind of hour-ish length podcast, and the sections that I took out to kind of keep the flow going, they just kind of Frankenstein together to make just like a Patreon extra hour and a half. It was glorious. So. Nice. I'm gonna extend some thank yous. Thank you to our listener for making it through to the end of this podcast, which we appreciate your support always. Thank you to Affordable as well for just allowing shenanigans like this to be a thing. Not only for myself, but also encouraging late night Simon. I think is part of this, and just being part of this amazing community. We've talked about how awesome the community is, and it's a nice place to be, and I think
I still have my gripes with Facebook, but less so now that one of my pedals finally got some traction on Pedalboards of Doom. I'm less mad.
Yes, I've noticed that every couple of days. It reminds me that post still exists and it's still going.
Yeah.
It's about a week and a half on.
I didn't expect it's because I put it on Instagram, and when I uploaded it to Instagram, I don't know what happened, but Instagram just shut itself basically. So every time I looked at it, it was weirdly edited and there was no text. And it was the John Mayer tin as a pedal, and the last one I made did really well on Instagram. Again, every time I post on Instagram, I don't expect anything. I just post it for the sake of posting it. But the discrete op amp clon went really well. So I expected this to go well as well. And it didn't. It was just nothing. No one saw it. And I was like, oh, this is weird. So I went, you know what? I'm going to put it on Pedalboards of Doom. And I appreciate there's so many rules. And it obviously wasn't to sell the pedal. It was just to kind of show the pedal.
Yeah.
It just went like gangbusters. And then a few people. My favourite was someone was like, "Oh, you should sell these," and I was like, "I do." That's like my whole thing.
Yeah.
But then it sold this morning, so that's cool. Otherwise, I'd be showing that as well. But those John Mayer string tins. For everyone, if you fancy building a pedal into it, it's such a nice size. It's really easy to work with. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, because tins are usually prohibitively small, aren't they?
Yeah, either really small and quite flimsy, whereas it's quite a substantial tin. And And I did hubcap. One of the first one I did ages ago, first 10 I did, hubcap John, obviously the king of the tin build, gave me a bunch of suggestions. Again, hubcap John's like a wicked guy. We all know this as well. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
And gave me a bunch of really helpful suggestions. And one of them was to put something under the foot switch, so that when you push the foot switch in, you're not just bending the enclosure.
Yeah.
So these like old, this is solder, but these are kind of old spools for stuff.
Yeah.
I just hot glued one of those under the foot switch, and it's like the nice height that it just goes down. So when you push it, you can feel the resistance, but it's not crushing it. So it keeps it nice and sturdy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do I need to? Oh, I need to. I need to mention our Patreon backers.
Yeah, sorry.
no, we're all good.
No, yeah.
I've got to remember to do the housekeeping because I'm the responsible adult in this situation, unfortunately. Extending thank yous to our Patreon backers, who, of course, for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that exclusive crew. You can get on the free tier as well, and like we said, over the next kind of 2 months, you will be entered into the prize draw for this amazing, like, unique, one-of-a-kind version of an already incredible pedal. So, like, everyone needs a hot toddy. That really needs to be the tagline for the hot toddy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I will let you do you think?
Yeah, carry on. So we've got Mr. Adam Yeomans, who is of Sheffield Effects. We've got the three boys of Boner. We've got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. My Cock's Long. I wish. We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gare of the Tone Jerks podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. We've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Jason Wharton 82 and of PBOD. Pedal Boards of Doom, maybe. Oh, I can't remember. It's late. And we've got Mr. Gareth Brand. I think we've got Mr. Ross Philpotts as well. You know what? He can go on there, even if he's not. He probably will be by the time this airs. If you want to find me online, I'm, of course, at BudgetPedalChap. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, the other one, Blogspot as well now. And all of those are either at or / BudgetPedalChap. You find one, you find them all. This week, all going well, you will find, what video was it? The Joyo Batsin. The essentially JHS-ish overdrive, where it's like 8 different overdrive pedals in one.
Yeah, like the, what do they call it again?
It's the
JHS one.
Oh, theirs is the either the Bonsai or the Muffaletta, depending on which.
Yeah, it's the Bonsai. Yeah.
I think it's not a 1-for-1 copy. It's not the same things, but it's very much inspired by that.
Same concept in it.
Yeah, and it's like it's the Joyo R series, which they look like Tron. So like really kind of sleek enclosures and not the piping, like the LED piping around it.
Oh, that was the story I was going to tell earlier that I was like, I'll save. I bought the Joyo Tai Chi, which is there from that series as well. Yes, whole series. I don't understand why the R series isn't like a classic series. Honestly, all the pedals from that series I've tried have been phenomenal.
Yeah, great stuff.
And they're all like 40, 50 quid. And yeah, they're Tron, and you can even have the light. You don't have to have the Tron. It's amazing. And they're all built with, all the ones I tried were through-hole parts. Like easy to mod, brilliant pedals. When I was buying K-Line and like cheap pedals, and then I got to a point where I had some more pedal money, so I was like, right, I'm going to buy proper pedals. And I bought the Love Pedal Zen Drive, the red edition they did. Because they did like a special where it was $60 plus postage, and so that arrived, and I was really disappointed by it. And then, I then bought something else. I can't remember what it was, which was again like another decently priced pedal, and I was like, oh, this isn't great as well. And then I bought the Joyo Tai Chi, which was a Zen Drive. Compared it to the Love pedal. it was way better. So I sold the Love pedal.
You actually made me buy the Love pedal. You sent me the link. I've never been so disappointed in a pedal in all my life. They had the sale on, they had the sale on, didn't they? Yeah, and I also bought another pedal as well, which was much better. That was in the sale. The red version.
Okay, my apologies. I thought because somebody had sent me the link. I couldn't remember who sent me the link.
Well, I actually think
it probably was me.
More money than I'd paid.
Yeah, no, I ended up trading it, part exchanging it for a guitar for my SG actually. Nice. But I then bought the V2 Timmy, which is the one with the toggle switch, the classic Timmy. And that was the first expensive pedal that I'd bought. That when that arrived, I plugged it in. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is way better than every like 30 quid clone that I've got of it." And yeah, that was so the Timmy, which is why I now own like every Timmy. Just amazing pedal, and hence the Hot Toddy being such a like Timmy inspired thing.
Yeah, a love letter to the.
Yes, well, yeah, a love letter to the Timmy. And a guy called Craig Sharp-Weir, who used to run a bar in Derby. Do you remember Barracuda Bar? Like the chain Barracuda Bar?
Yeah.
South African.
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
So obviously it was like a South African sports bar. And we had one in Derby. And when I was at university, I had a project to put on some gigs there. And for the last 2 gigs that we were doing there, they got a new manager. And it was this guy from Leeds, like this short guy from Leeds with spiky green hair. And it turns out he was a punk, and he was in an anarcho-punk band in the 70s. The band's called Lest We Forget.
Good name for a band.
Yeah. But he's the manager of a sports bar, a South African sports bar, and he's a punk, and he just loves music and loves guitar, and he could not do enough for like every music. Like, so we started doing an open mic, we started doing loads of gigs, and he could not do enough for people. Like any musician that came in and went, "I'm skinny," like, "Do you want a job?" Like, I've never worked in a bar before. It's like, "It's fine. Do you want a job?" And he looked after me and supported me loads. And yeah, so he was the guy that introduced me to the drink, the Hot Toddy, because I'd come in for an open mic and I could barely talk. And I was like, I might just leave it. No, try this. And he made me a Hot Toddy, which was mostly whiskey. But yeah, and then that became like my secret. Anytime I had a sore throat, I was gigging loads. So anytime I had like a rough throat, have a Hot Toddy. Yeah, and it made me feel better. Which is so on the side of the PCB is a recipe for a Hot Toddy as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. So great tones and just secret alcoholism.
Yes. I was going to say you can have it without alcohol, but it's not as good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It was Joe's face. What?
Yeah, absolutely not. Gentlemen, do you want to plug your wares as well? Joe, where can we find you?
Hello Sailor Effects Official on YouTube and Instagram is the best places. There is an old Instagram account that is Hello Sailor Effects, and they kicked me off it when I got to 17k subscribers because I logged in Bahrain, out in the city, and then I logged in on the American base, put me in 2 different locations in the same day. I can never open that again. So Hello Sailor Effects Official.
Indeed. And Simon, where can we find you?
Predominantly Instagram at JSA_effect_pedals. I think I'm on Threads. I'm kind of on YouTube, just as at JSAFX.
Yeah.
And then Reverb as well, which I think is just JSAFX as well. Possibly JSA_effects.
Yeah, I think like the Instagram is the hub for it all, basically, isn't it? Like,
yeah, for me,
you get everything.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely encourage you listeners. If you haven't already, why would you not already have followed these guys? But like, if you haven't, like, please do. Like, there's amazing stuff. Like, amazing like pedal porn is basically coming out of like your socials, and Joe, your YouTube channel is just phenomenal as well. Like, great stuff.
Cheers, mate. It's blew up. It's madness.
Yeah, it's no accident. It is like carefully constructed YouTube strategy and just like amazing content that you're putting out. So, like, hats off to you.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
And on that note, From myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. From Mr. Hello Sailor Joe. From Mr. Simon JSA. It will be a tatty bye. Good night this week. For a bit.
Tatty bye.
Au revoir.
What's a horse's favourite wine?
What is a horse's favourite wine?
Cabernet Blanc.
No.
Cabernet. Yeah, Cabernet. Yeah.
I've got the worst joke in the world, but
Go on, let's do a twofer.
What does the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello, me. That's the worst joke ever. My kid loves that though.